All right, testing, testing. Good morning, everyone. Please let me know if you're able to hear me. I'm gonna go and take a look at news really quick and see what actually came about. There's a way to check it here in TradingView. If I can remember where the calendar is. All right, so they only show in for 10 a.m. But then here we are. So all right, they haven't released it here on TradingView, but I'm gonna check Forex Factory and we'll see. All right, so it just got released just now, and everything is bad. All right, core retail sales were lower than expected, from 0.1% to negative 0.7%. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That was for the cat. So for the dollar unemployment, I'm tripping. All right. Dollar unemployment, it was 221K what was forecasted to for it to go down or go up. So they expect the unemployment to go up to 221K from 217, but it went even higher up to 223. So it doesn't show it as good or bad, but I would assume, higher unemployment is not a good thing. All right, so we'll go over and check the charts and see what that's saying. All right, guys, let me know if you're able to hear me okay. Am I coming through loud and clear? All right, perfect. Thank you, Nate, and thank you for joining. So, yeah, so far the dollar hasn't really done a significant move, and to be honest, I don't really think it will until Trump speaks this afternoon. So, um, for now, any kind of a drop seems to be delayed on the dollar. Again, unemployment news just came out, and expectations were higher, or numbers came out higher than expected. So that should cause the dollar to fall. But as it stands right now, it hasn't really done too much of anything. All right, and so 23rd. All right, so here it is right here. All right. Initial jobless claims refer to the number of people who have filed for unemployment benefits with their state's unemployment agency for the first time during a specific reporting period. So, man, oh man, oh man, just, looking back, almost every time. So the actual, they forecasted more, it came out less. Forecasted less, it came out more. Came out more, came out less, came out less, came out less, less, more, and today more. So it's been mixed throughout, the past few months or what have you, but today it came out more. So again, should be a bad thing for the dollar. Right now we're seeing it drop just a little bit, right? Um, Not necessarily good for some of the trades that we're in, but even though it's dropping, it's not dropping significantly as it normally would during news, right? You guys would notice that if you trade news a lot, uh, especially major, or heavy, high impacting news for the dollar, it'll typically, once news results come out, it'll typically show a lot of volatility on the dollar, as well as, any pair that's, that has the dollar in it. So far, not too much of, any kind of volatility on it, but you can see we do have a bit of a trend line break. We have some equal highs right here, but we're not getting past this level of support just yet. So we want to see price at least get below this. And at that point, if it can respect this area, this old support, right, as new resistance, then, we could potentially start heading down and getting to this low point here. All right. From an overall higher time frame, guys, I mean, the dollar's supposed to go down, right? So again, went over this with my team in one of our meetings. We have made this major move up, and now, we're getting ready to make this major move down. So the news is in alignment with what, the overall trend on the dollar is supposed to be. All right. The only thing is we haven't really gotten past this level of support for that downtrend to be significant, if you will, because we're just in the beginning phase. And even though this is looking like a downtrend, this is still just a pullback to this uptrend that we see here. All right. I know it's pretty significant, but at a bird's eye view, right? So as we're going up, again, we're still bullish because we really haven't had a change of character breaking this structural low. All right. So just know we're still bullish on the dollar, but on that lower time frame, we've been, starting to give that downtrend structure, and it looks like we're creating a lower high right here. So we could, break this support level and keep falling, especially with, news coming out today bad. And then, on top of it all, we got Trump, doing his thing. Now, I expect the dollar to rise, all right, just from this little bit of an area that we see here. But anything's possible, when he gets on the microphone. So there we have it for the dollar. I'm just going to go and take a look at some of our majors. All right, yeah. So again, if the news came out bad for the dollar, a pair like the odd dollar should rise. And as it stands right now, we haven't really seen it do a big push up. All right, and on top of that, we're up against a heavy uh, level of resistance. All right, we're at a key area of resistance. So if it was going to break, now would have been the time. All right, so because it didn't do that, then there's still possibilities of the odd dollar falling. All right, let me show you guys gold, because odd is a main producer of gold. So here's gold, and look, gold is falling. So I won't be too surprised if the odd dollar, falls as well. All right, so I'm going to put some alerts below it, and we're going to go take a look at gold one more time. All right, so here's gold, and again, guys, they were bearish. We had bearish divergence in this area at this major resistance area, and then we, completely fell. So typically when gold falls, right, the dollar is rising. So I know we're getting a little bit of a drop on the dollar right now, but like I mentioned, we're holding the support area, so we could, still go up, anytime today, right? So gold, on the, with what it's showing right now is, almost telling on the dollar, if you will, right? You know what I mean? But you don't always have to go with the correlation, right, guys? You can just read what the chart is telling you, and then, make a decision from there. So we actually just had to break a structure on gold. All right, so I'm just marking that out. And again, guys, you can see that this is a great opportunity for a sell. Now, because we just broke, yes, we could continue falling, but most likely what's going to happen is that we're going to pull back either to this area that we broke, all right, or potentially into this fair value gap, or even the supply area once again. So the best way to go about this, guys, all right, is to set yourself a sell limit order. All right in this area, put your stop above this structural supply area. All right, and then put your take profit down to the next level of, or that next swing. All right, that's what that is, the swing low. Okay, so looking at this position, right, if we put a short position on, we're looking at, okay, that's a $10 move on gold for the stop loss. And then we're looking at a $57 move for the take profit. 570 pips for 100 pip stop loss. All right, guys. So go ahead and, if you feel like this is something that will, likely play out, feel free to take gold for a sell with a pending order. All right. So you set this and you forget this. All right, price will pull back, activate your order, put you in a sell, and then drop. Again, in a nutshell, that's what a sell limit order represents. You expect price to go up, fill in your price, or put you in a sell position, and then you expect price to go down to make your money, because that's what you believe price is going to do, fall. All right. So for All right, so for gold, this is what we want to see, but again, we may not get that pullback anytime, right now, right? Definitely it'll probably happen throughout the day, maybe even sooner than we think. But if you stay ready, right, you don't have to get ready. So again, that's how we want to play it with gold. Let's go and take a look at silver. Oh man. Oh, silver, I told my team silver was dropping when it was just about right here. And now it's almost at support. So hopefully they didn't miss out on that little move. But here we are looking at it from a higher time frame. And you guys can see it was ready to fall, right? We had our equal highs, a huge double top, if you will. And now we're getting ready to break that neckline. So by the time we hit support, I would, expect some sort of pullback and, another drop if we're going to continue doing so. But, we've missed the boat, so to speak, because of the drop. And this is where a lot of people have what we call FOMO, right, guys? Fear of missing out. So as price is dropping, they think they got to get in because they're going to miss it. The moment they get in, price goes against them. All right. Because again, it's already dropped far enough. In the name of the game with trading, and I don't care what class or asset it is that you sell high and you buy low. You do not sell low and buy high. All right, that's not how the game goes. So again, just knowing that is half the battle. All right, but that's silver. It's already taken off. Again, you guys have an opportunity on gold. If you want the numbers, go ahead and let me know, and I'll drop it in there for you. All right, dollar, as I mentioned, potentially going to fall just as gold did. So just got some alerts to look at that. All right. And yeah, guys, this looks pretty promising looking at the Asian session. You can see here is our Asian session. Okay, and out of this Asian session, guys, all right, we had a break of structure right about here, or we can even take it here. So it took out the low, okay, and gave us a break of structure. So where did that initiate from? Pretty much right here, where we currently are. All right, and that is our supply area. So basically, all I really want, what we're seeing right now is good. Some rejection from that supply zone, but what we want to see that's better is a bearish candle that forms below that, right? If we get that, then we're going to go ahead and take this for a sell with a very tight stop loss, uh, and it'll look something like this. Nope, not that one. Okay, that's less than 8 pips, so we might as well just get above this area. All right, that's 20 pips. Okay, that's going to keep us safe and sound, because again, out the Asian session, we took out the low, so we may go and take out the high before we drop. All right, so just getting covered for that. And then coming on down to our support level, we got a 1 to almost 3, so we might as well just go to it. All right, there we go, 305. I like that. All right, and we got a 1 to 3, right? 20 pips for 62 pips on the odd dollar. I do like the way that this is setting up. So again, if these alerts go off, guys, we will be selling odd dollar really soon. So please pull up all of your major pairs, all right, that have the dollar in it. Should be 7, right? Odd dollar, here you go. Odd dollar, euro dollar, pound dollar, New Zealand dollar, dollar CAD, dollar CHF, dollar JPY, all right? And looking at the dollar now, looks, we still haven't broken support, guys. So again, I'm still bullish on the dollar. gold is falling, silver is falling, right? Dollar looks bearish. Even our dollar-based pairs look bullish. All right, so my team got into this buy on UJ, and we're still in it by the hair of our chinny chin chin. But I expect it to rise. I can see it, kind of tapping into here and then rising, right? So we'll lose it if that happens, but we'll have another opportunity to get right back in. A lot of people take a lot of L's, right, in trading forex, and then they just hang it up, right? They're done for the day because they took a loss, not knowing that they were right about the direction. They were either just wrong on the timing or their stop loss wasn't wide enough, right? And price ends up going in their favor. But because, they're just feeling all bad, right? They don't want to even look at the chart anymore. So they miss their opportunity to get right back in, make up for their losses, and, have, price just shoot off in their favor, making them, end the day, in their trade and profit. So, just be mindful of that, guys. You're gonna lose trades, right? And that's just part of the game. If you can accept it, you'll be all right. All right. So again, we're gonna look for that sell on odd dollar. Euro dollar is the pair that correlates with the dollar the most. All right. So if the dollar is going up, euro dollar is definitely going down. All right. And as we look at it here, all right, guys, we can see euro dollar's been going down, right? All of this, right? But now we've kind of pushed back up to this resistance level, and we also have bearish divergence on the chart. So again, with that, the chart is making higher highs, and then the RSI is making lower highs. All right, so this is trying to tell you that price potentially is going to drop. All right, guys. This is what happened on gold. All right, there was bearish divergence, and now you guys know that gold is just completely dropping at the moment. Okay, so euro should potentially do the same thing. So we got to really take a look at this, right? So I did do a change of character here, but it's not quite because well, maybe it broke down here. So let's go to the 15-minute. All right, now we get all the details. Okay, and here is our Asian session, guys. What's good, Ghost? Ba, ba, ba. All right. So out the Asian session, guys, pretty much what it looks like. Just trying to get this right. All right, boom. So out the Asian session, we did not take out the low, we took out the high. All right, so when we look left, I see supply right here because when we created this structure, right, this when we got this high, we ended up breaking below here, and then we got our change of character. So this is a level of supply that we've already tapped into, taking out the high of the Asian session, and now you can see prices getting lower and lower. So we're going to set some alerts, and we're more than likely going to sell this right now because we got what we need. All right, accumulation, manipulation, and now distribution coming to the downside. All right, so short position on EU like this. All right, get right above you know that supply area, right? We're at 25 pips. All right, and then we'll take it down to support, and that's 62 pips to the downside on EU, guys. That is a good position that we'll take in just a second here. Do want to see a few more bears. I mean, it's not bad if it pushes up. Again, we sell high, right? So if it does go up, then that's an even better opportunity to sell it. So remember that, guys. All right. It's not always that we need to see the bears. Like we got enough, right? Bearish divergence, taking out, sweeping the high of the Asian session, tapping into supply, right? And then coming back below our change of character. So we have a few confluences already to tell us to sell, on top of the dollar being bullish, right? With that correlation. So When you have those kind of things lined up, guys, you got to take your chances, right? Scared money don't make none. All right. So if you're always on the fence or you're always looking for a reason not to get in, then you're never going to win. All right. So it's just what it is. Now, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. Let me just go back and take a look at the dollar. Yep. Nice rejection of that support area. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, I still think it has some rise left in it. And I'm going to go ahead and sell both the dollar and the euro dollar. All right. Again, it's typically if you do one, you might as well do the other. They all kind of move the same. Okay. So here is my position for the odd dollar. Switching right over to euro dollar. Also going to sell it here. Stop above this area. Take profit right here. All right, guys, if you need the numbers, please let me know. I will pop it in the chat so everybody has it. But again, we've gotten into sells on EU and AU, all right? And we're banking on the dollar to rise, even though there was bad news that came out for unemployment, all right? More people filed for unemployment. And so far, that did not cause the dollar to drop in a significant way. So it's kind of saying something. Again, at 10 a.m., Trump is going to speak. So if we didn't make any money by then, I highly recommend that you kind of get out your position or at least lock in profits. That way, you're not ran over by whatever the market happens to do when news comes out. All right. So that's odd dollar, euro dollar, and pound dollar. Wow, it looks even better. All right, so I'm going to put some, yep, so now we're below a pivot point and the moving averages are crossing. So I'm going to get to the 15-minute time frame and now it looks a bit more picture perfect underneath there, making the equal highs. All right, so let's just map everything out and see what we got. So I'll take the indicators off for just a moment. All right, here is our Asian session. All right, and it looks like we took out the highs and the lows. All right, so since I feel like this is going to be bearish, right, I need to look for things that tell me, I have a selling opportunity. And for one, we are respecting this minor level of supply. And I'm thinking if price goes higher, where will it most likely want to get to? Again, I can see a supply area here. All right, so in taking a sell opportunity on GU, right, if I sell it right now, I can put my stop above here, I can put it above here, or I can put it above here. Again, this is all your preference and how you want to play the trade, right? Different risk management styles, different strategies and what have you, right? Some of you guys are okay with, taking small risks, losing that, right? And then potentially coming right back around and, gaining a lot more, right? After it, it does what it's going to do. All right. Some of you like risking more and allowing the trade to breathe, right? And still, end up going in your direction, right? So again, it's to each his own, but those are some of the options that you guys have when it comes to getting into any position on any trade, right? It's all about knowing where those levels are and which ones you want to put your stops behind or your take profits at. All right, if you can figure that out, battle is over. All right, so here, set some alerts on GU. All right, so yeah, gonna take another quick look at the dollar. All right, hasn't hit any of my alerts just yet. Let's just put a few more in the mix. All right, very tricky, right, with this trend line break and everything, but just like I mentioned, it's not breaking this level of support yet, and it should have done so with the bad news, right? So we could still rise is basically what I'm getting at. All right, and on the dollar or pound dollar, we're starting to get alerts on it falling, guys. Let's go ahead and hop in, and we'll take our chance with a very tight stop loss first. All right, and again, if we get hit on that, we'll wait until the coast is clear, and then we will again, get into a new position. All right, so let me see. All right, that's about 15 pips or so on GU, 17 to 15. And that is a 89 pip, almost 90 pip take profit, guys. Again, that's the kind of risk to reward you want on any given play. All right, almost a 1 to 5, right? So, it seems a little unfair to, make it super tight like that. Um, but you can, right? It's just what you can get away with. If you want to increase it, right, that's 34 pips, just so you know, and that's still pretty good. All right, and that may make you survive it, right, from just doing a little hunt, if you will, because again, all these equal highs, price typically is going to do a little jab and then try to fall down. So as a matter of fact, let's just change it up. We'll give ourselves some breathing room on it. All right, so place your stop loss right about there. Our risk to reward is still almost a 1 to 3. All right, 32 pips stop loss for 89 pip take profit. If you need the numbers, please let me know. I will pop it in the chat. Again, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Let your friends and family know to tune in. We are live. So let's take a look at some of the dollar-based pairs, and I believe these are going to rise. Okay, so this is dollar CAD, guys. When we look at it from a higher time frame, what you guys notice is that we were consolidating a good amount. All right, there it is, right? So major move up on the dollar CAD, and then we went to consolidating ever since. All right, so just getting down to lower time frames, and you guys will see that in that consolidation from the resistance area, we eventually got to support, and vice versa. From support, we eventually got to resistance. So this is how you play consolidation. You sell from the top, you buy from the bottom, right? But as it stands here, all right, with these orange lines representing like the start of the week, this is the end of the week, Sunday to Sunday, all right. What we can see is that price found this floor, and it's been rising ever since, right? So this is giving us the break of structure where we got above this high, and now we're rising even higher, right? So as we go down to the money time, the 15-minute, all right, here is our Asian session that you guys can see here. All right, and what basically happened, if you know how to read market structure, you can always tell the story, right? All right, and here it is. So right about there. All right, out the Asian session, guys, we just took out the high. All right, so chances are we want to go ahead and take out the low, right? And what do you know? Where the low is sitting, there's another demand area here, and potentially right below it right here. So either way, we'll probably come in, grab liquidity, tap into demand, and then rise. Okay, so you have an opportunity to short the dollar cat right now to these areas if you want to, or you can put a buy limit order at this area so that when it does come down, it activates you for a buy. to rise up. And for now, it is falling, and I don't want to catch the pullback. I want to catch it in the direction of the trend. And again, guys, here was our break, right? Over here at this high, making a new high. Demand is even right here, right? So we probably won't even get to this low. We'll probably just tap right into this demand area here on the dollar cat, all right? And then we'll rise from there. So again, you know, there's ways to kind of go about playing this, right? Buy limits here, or sell with tight stop losses, or you can do a super wide stop loss, and then see if it'll break out a consolidation and just keep going higher and higher. If you guys notice, these are all little areas that have not been swept, right? So there's liquidity sitting behind these highs. All right, we got a whole area of money. All right, long story short. So it's more attractive for price to manipulate everyone to thinking that it's going down, right? So that you sell, okay, just for it to turn around and go do the real mission, which is to collect. All right. So hopefully that made sense. If you guys have any questions about that, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to break it down. All right. But here, again, guys, I'm looking for that buying opportunity on dollar cat. All right. Moving over to dollar CHF. And again, guys, this looks bullish. All right. So higher time frame. Again, we got this major move up. And even though this looks like downtrend structure, which it is, from this high to this low, we're now back into this support area, or this demand area, if you will. Okay. Last time we were here, right? This is, price got here again, but last time we were here, we took off. And price is now slowly but surely doing the exact same thing. All right, guys, there's a lot of deja vu in the Forex market, right? Any market really, but definitely in Forex. All right. So here we're going to go down to the 15-minute. All right, we're going to get all the details. And once again, guys, just looking from when the week started, this high never got taken out when it broke out the Asian session. This Asian session, it did take out the Asian high, but then the New York or the London high wasn't taken out. Okay. Now here in this Asian session, the low was taken out and then the high was taken out. So all we really have left is this high and this high. So liquidity sitting all above, right? That was engineered, throughout the whole week so far, has not been tapped into, right? So we have price now coming from a demand area, giving us a change of character and making higher highs and higher lows, coming right out of the Asian session, right? Taking out the high, tapping into demand, going back up, taking out the high again. So we start our process, right? The break of structure there. And then we're looking what initiated that break. It's right here. It's that demand area. Again, it could be this area right here as well. So I'll map that out. Okay, guys, but dollar CHF looks good for a buy right now, and I am going to buy it. All right, I'm going to put a little Fibonacci level on from this low to this high to see if we're in the golden zone of Fibonacci. And what do you know? Right off the 61.8, ladies and gentlemen, I am buying the dollar CHF. I'm going to place my low behind this support area. All right, and I'm looking at 28 pips, all right, for that stop loss. And then I'm going for the gusto, right, where that liquidity sits all the way at the top. Okay, do we have more above that? Okay, so we do have some more above that, but I don't need to be greedy, right? This looks really good for a position, and if we put our long position on, this is what we have. Right, 20 pip stop loss, or 28 pip stop loss for 80 pip take profit. All right, guys, that is a nice risk to reward of 1 to almost 3. All right, dollars going off, and we're going to go check it in a little bit, but for now, we are in dollar CHF for the buy. All right, so checking out the dollar, and now it's testing that support area once again. Again, guys, this could fall, right? But there's another demand area here. All right, and obviously one right below it. So we could get that to happen, but then eventually we'll be right at where Trump is going to end up speaking, and it could be a positive thing for the dollar, right? He's all about getting us our money, right? Whether it's him getting it himself, right, or not. But he's focused on the money. So putting tariffs on China, well, Japan, Mexico, Canada, all of those things, and then all the things that he's doing for technology and what have you. He speaks at 10. So get ready for that pretty much right after this is over with, and look for the market to have a significant impact across any and every pair. All right. So for our majors, guys, we already can see that, you know, the non-dollar based pairs, they look bearish. All right. Euro dollar, pound dollar, they all look bearish. We sold them. All right. Even New Zealand dollar, all right, still respecting that resistance. Okay. Dollar CAD could definitely rise after it bounces down a little bit and then goes. Dollar CHF, we're already in for a buy. Dollar JPY, we're still surviving and it's starting to pull up. And there's nothing better. Well, there's a few things better, but it is a really good feeling, guys, when you get into a trade where it almost takes you out and then it turns around and just goes all the way in your favor. All right. It just helps you build your confidence. All right. And again, we're looking to get 225 pips out of dollar JPY. So you guys can see the position here. If you like it, right, you have an opportunity to buy it at a lower price, which is good. Because again, what do? We buy it low. So you guys can get away with a position just like where the stop loss is, but you'll be getting in here, which is about roughly, 31 pips from where we got in. All right. So, good opportunity on dollar JPY to buy it. All right. Oil is looking good for a rise. All right. So if you guys haven't gotten into oil yet, I recommend that you do so. Okay, because it is giving all the signs. All right. Let's look at it higher time frame. All right, there it is. So, all right, here, guys, we broke the high. We made the new high, and then we pulled back. Now we didn't quite get to this support area. But when we look at what's going on closely in this area, we're starting to see slight structural changes. Okay, so here is our descending triangle. All right, but right up in this area, we're getting that U shape. All right, guys, and when you notice that on any textbook about chart patterns and candlestick patterns, you'll know that this is a bullish reversal sign. Now, does it do it all the time? No, right? Because again, the highs, I'm sorry, are getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. So we could absolutely fall on oil, but again, just when you get to the lower time frame and you get more details about what's going on, you get to see those minor structural changes. All right, so right here was part of that minor change. Looking at this trend line break. All right, so we broke that trend line. We got above this high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. All right, so again, we're respecting everything about this structure, right? Going into the opposite direction. So for now, setting some alerts will let us know when price begins to rise on oil. So if you guys feel better about getting into it when it breaks these highs, I understand. But if you can get it from the low point, it's better, right? Because again, buying low is what you want to do, especially if price is going to rise. All right. So oil is looking good for the buy. Don't miss out if you can. All right. Looking at silver again, is still dropping. Gold is getting ready to do a little drop. Oh, big drop, but still, it looks super bearish right now. All right, natural gas, Ghost. This looks like it's about to hit our take profit, but I believe it's going to probably get a lot more than that. We're going to get up to this resistance level because we have nothing but clear blue skies. All right, so I will put another position on that looks like this, just like that. All right, and that is a 1 to 3 risk to reward on gas. All right. Again, you can play this a number of ways too. You can take your stop loss and bring it here. Again, let me show everybody, what I do to get the most out of like a particular trade that I'm up significantly in. I'll go to the 1 minute. All right. And I'll do like this. And then I'll go find my stop loss and I bring it up. And what I'm looking for is the swing. So here's the swing right here. Now I can go with this one or I can go with this one. But I'm going to go with this one because I made enough money and I want to take as much off the table as possible. So I'll just put a little horizontal ray right there and look, put my stop right behind that. And it'll trail, right? So then I'll take off my take profit and then I'll just let price do whatever it's going to do while my stop loss trails, as price goes up. And again, guys, it's a way to make sure you get what you're looking for. All right. But yeah, that's what I would do for this position. You can see right now it's looking like it's about to go off already. All right, so put a few more alerts, but it's looking pretty good. All right, and you may even be able to get away with a stop loss. So if we just do one of these numbers, right? So you could probably put two positions on, right? One with that very, very tight stop like this, or you could just take that, because again, it's going up for a good while, right? So again, if we go back to that higher time frame, you can see that from that double bottom in the sweep, right? We got, but then we got back and we made, everything back that we lost. And now we have even more of an opportunity to add on new positions. So again, from a higher time frame, it's gone up significantly, right? So it still can kind of, give us some kind of, pullback or drawdown. But, this is a easy way to kind of see what it's going to do, right? But if you go like this with this kind of stop, well, then you're putting yourself behind, this demand level that broke this high, as well as this demand level that broke, these highs. So chances of it, coming down here and getting below this is not super high, right? You know what I mean? But it is on the table, but you're giving yourself some breathing room, and that's all you can really do in any given situation. So this is how you can play natural gas, but it's looking pretty good still. All right. So there you have it. Let's wrap this up, guys, to where we look at our indices, and we're probably going to take a look at our JPY pairs really quick. So these indices are pretty much at a resistance level across the board. All right, so they look like they're going to fall, and if the dollar is going to rise, well, yeah, these should fall. But again, if Trump speaks, that may not necessarily mean that the indices, are going to fall, right? You know what I mean? But as it stands right now, guys, these look really, really good for a sell. They just do. All right, so this is the 1 hour, but if we go to the 15, right, we can see the details of a double top right here. All right, and then we add a change of character right there. All right, so what we did not really get was a tap back into the supply area. All right, so it's probably setting up for that, right? Engineering this liquidity. It will go and do one of these when Trump speaks, and then kaboom. All right, that's how the game goes, right? Again, we're just trying to sweep this liquidity that's here. All right, tap into, this imbalance that's here, imbalance here, right? We'll get all of that, tap into supply where we made the fall, right? And make another fall. That's how that goes. All right. So again, hope you guys are paying attention and learning something. So what we want, and then on top of it, look at what we got going on right now. A bit of a rising channel. Okay. And that is a bearish reversal pattern. So again, price seems to, be holding right at this supply level, or resistance level rather, right here, and we could fall, right? So getting some alerts set on it. Again, guys, I'm going to take the position now. Well, I'm going to take two positions. So I'll take, actually, yeah, I'll wait because I've seen this movie. And plus, this is new times, not new times, but, we're, it's another time where he's on, he's speaking, right? So we know how that goes, right? Everything is, pretty uh, extra, if you will. So again, I'm looking for that mitigation of everything, and then the drop. But the alerts, are going to let me know if we start dropping before that. If so, then I may take a position where I'm right here and my stop is right above that rising channel, taking it down to that first level of support, which is a $35 move on SPY. All right, guys. So, look for your opportunity there. US 30, same, NAS actually, same exact thing. And I'm telling you, the it just looks really, really good for a drop, guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did break this high and we made a higher high. So this pullback is expected, but when we get up in here, we could probably rise from there. So that's something that you guys got to be mindful of, and just simply, do yourself one of these favors, right? Take your money when it gets to this support area right here. All right. So you want something like that. Maybe you can get away with something tighter on the lower time frame, but just overall, guys, it does look really good for your selling opportunity. All right, so a little structural break right here. All right, and so maybe you can do a little something like this. All right, that's 116 points for 362 points, giving us a 1 to 3 on NAS. I like this, so I'm going to take it right now. Again, there's a possibility of me losing this and price kind of coming back up to this supply area right before it drops, and me getting it before news, right? Typically, if it is going to drop, maybe I'll be able to get some money, on that drop, and then lock in profits right before he speaks. That way, if it does happen to rise, I'm good, right? But let's just say it, his speech makes this fall. Well, then it's going to make it really fall, and I'll end up getting way more than 358 pips. That's how it goes. But I'm going to take this one for now, and actually I'm going to make my stop loss tighter. So I'm just going to go with right about here. So it's only a $52 loss, and my potential to gain is again 358, right? So 1 to 6, risking $1 to make $6, and currently it shows I'm in profit on NAS. All right, anybody need the numbers, let me know, I'll give them to you. All right, US 30, man. Guys, taking candy from a baby almost. All right, just looking at it higher time frame, look at that move up, and look at the body of the candles, right? They're just smaller and smaller right at this resistance area. So again, we can take our chances. This isn't one you got to think too hard about, right? It's at resistance, and we can take, very tight position like that. That's only 117 points, and we can make it an even 100, right? Getting away with 100 points on US 30 is ridiculous. All right. So coming down to that lower time frame, we can see it in detail. So we'll get a position like that. And again, just, take it. We don't need all of this right here. We can just get right there. That's a 1 to 5. All right, and that 1 to 5 is going to give us 491 points. So if you took out a micro on NAS for 358 pips, and then you took out a micro on US 30 for 491, right? You pretty much round them off, right? 400 pips for about 500 pips. I mean, 400 points for 500 points, and that's a total of 900 points. But both of those being on micros, you get $1 per point, so you just made $900 today, right? Just ridiculous. Okay, so getting some alerts on this, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, appreciate that love. But I am selling US 30, and yes, I'm not giving it much breathing room, but that's how I want to play it, because if it just so happens to go up, then I wouldn't be expecting that, because it's already been doing that, right, for quite some time. All right, so I believe now it's time for it to fall. And if we get lower, we can see, look, we got a bit of a head and shoulders going on here. All right, guys, here is the left shoulder, right? We can add that side, but left shoulder, head, right shoulder, guys. It's looking beautiful. Okay, we just didn't get the break of the neckline yet, which again, this is a premature, sell, but one that I'm willing to risk, all right, because of the reward. Easy $500 for making, really risking, we could bring it down to here, and that's just 52 bucks, right? And we can get away with that, right? But I'm giving it a little wiggle room, making it 96 points. So I'm losing $96 to make 500 any day of the week, guys. All right, you won't have to ask me twice. All right, but there it is on US 30. Again, we're holding that support. So yeah, this head and shoulders isn't official, so we can still rise, right? But chances are, if the dollar's going to keep rising, we'll get the fall on US 30. All right. And just a quick look at my J's. So the JPY index is, all right, it's at a support level and it's rising. So our JPY pair should be getting ready to fall. All right, our JPY, look at that, coming off of supply. I'm going to sell it. I like that. It's a double top and now it's rising. So again, just getting above here and stops down to this area. I'm looking at 190 pips on the take profit with just a 50 pip stop loss. Selling JPY, guys, looks great. CAD JPY looks, I can see, the change of character here, and this is all a bit of a pullback or a retest, but I don't really like the way that it looks for the sell, so I'm not going to take it on CAD JPY. CHF JPY, sorta. I mean, I see we're in the fair value gap, so this could fall. All right, so there's potential here for sure on CHF JPY. All right, let's look at EJ. Okay, EJ is just a little bit above. And again, shout out to whoever took the buy from our Tuesday night live. Take profit got smashed 90 pips in the bank, less than 24 hours. All right, getting rid of this, cleaning up. All right, here is our new liquidity area. All right, guys. Yeah, EJ looks good. I can see the double top is here. I can see the breaker structure or the change of character here. So looking at it on that lower time frame, still looking a little bullish, but I still like it for a sell. All right, so I will sell EJ. Stop above that high. That looks like 30 some odd pips. All right, it's 50. All right, but here, taking it right down to our support area. All right, set some alerts and get ready to make it do what it do. All right, and GJ. So we sold GJ already, and you can see it's doing a little dance, but I got a feeling, right, that we're gonna get a nice drop on GJ, and have a great day. All right. So guys, that'll do it. That is my time for this morning. Natural gas Look at that, my boy. If you took it, let's see, you would be in profit. Look how it did not get below that low, bro. Okay. Again, giving you guys the game, and it's here right in your face. All right. Getting ready to take off some more. Hope you took advantage. All right. Make sure to lock in profits if you happen to get a quick move up. Make it a risk-free trade and sit back, relax, let it do what it do. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, in between time, hope y'all have a great day. Thank you for joining, and I'll see y'all later. All right. It's your boy. Peace.